you ever feel like you're your own worst enemy? Like you're running in place, stuck in the same old cycles while your biggest goals just drift further and further away? You think you're doing all the right things, but what if you're secretly the one holding yourself back? There are destructive habits that can quietly drain your motivation and your power from the inside out. Today, we're going to expose 6 of the most common ways you might be sabotaging your life. For each one, I'll break down the hidden fear that's driving it and give you a practical tool you can use to finally break free. Let's get into it. Self-sabotage is such a weird thing, isn't it? We all have goals, dreams, and a vision for who we want to become. So why do we keep doing things that directly undermine our own success and happiness? It's rarely a conscious choice. Instead, it's a tangled web of ingrained patterns, usually born from old fears, that quietly steer us off course. These behaviors are like invisible anchors, holding you back every single time you try to push forward. But today, we're shining a spotlight on them. Because once you can see what you're doing, you can finally start to change it. We'll walk through 6 forms of self-sabotage, from the super obvious to the really sneaky. By the end of this, you won't just recognize these patterns. You'll have a toolkit to start dismantling them for good. Section 1. Procrastination on your most important goals. All right, first up is the big one, chronic procrastination. I'm not talking about putting off your laundry. I'm talking about consistently delaying the actions that actually matter to your long-term ambitions. You have that brilliant idea for a business, a book you've always wanted to write, or a skill you've been meaning to learn. You tell yourself, I'll start Monday. But that Monday becomes next Monday, which becomes next month. Every time you even think about starting, this wave of resistance hits you, and suddenly, a million other urgent things pop up, like cleaning your inbox, or let's be real, falling down a social media rabbit hole. Here's the secret. This isn't about being lazy. Procrastination is usually a defense mechanism. It's driven by a deep fear of failure, or sometimes even a fear of success. If you never start the project, you can't fail at it, right? In your mind, the idea stays perfect and full of potential, safe from the messy reality of actually doing it. It's a strategy to avoid the anxiety that comes with taking a real risk. The fix? Make the first step ridiculously small. I'm talking laughably easy. Use the 2-minute rule. Whatever the task is, just do it for 2 minutes. Want to write a book? Open a document and write 1 sentence. Want to start working out? Just put on your gym clothes. This tiny action shatters the avoidance pattern and makes it so much easier to keep going. Section 2. The paralysis of perfectionism. The next saboteur is perfectionism, and this one is tricky because it often disguises itself as a good thing. We tell ourselves it's about having high standards, but more often than not, it's a cage that stops us from ever finishing anything important. You spend weeks, maybe months, endlessly tweaking a single project. You tell yourself, it's just not ready yet. But ready is a finish line that you keep moving. The truth is, it will never feel perfect. And so, your most important work stays hidden on your hard drive, 99% done, but 100% invisible. The hidden fear behind perfectionism is a deep-seated fear of judgment and criticism. As researcher Brené Brown puts it, perfectionism is the belief that if we live perfect, look perfect, and act perfect, we can minimize or avoid the pain of blame, judgment, and shame. If you never release your work, no one can criticize it. It's a heavy shield you carry to protect your vulnerability. The solution is to adopt a new mantra: done is better than perfect. Give yourself a hard deadline, and when the time is up, you hit send. Aim for 80% great instead of a mythical 100% perfect. The world rewards what gets finished, not what's flawless in your drafts folder. Section 3. The inner critic's negative self-talk. Saboteur number 3 is that relentless nagging voice in your head, your negative inner critic. This internal monologue can be so constant that you might not even notice how much damage it's doing. You make a small mistake, and the voice immediately attacks. "You are such an idiot." You think about a new opportunity, and it whispers, "You're not qualified. Don't even bother." This isn't helpful feedback. It's a cycle of self-abuse that chips away at your confidence and keeps you playing small. Where does this voice come from? Often, it's just internalized criticism from our past, maybe from parents, teachers, or bullies. Over time, we adopt their critical voice as our own. It feels like the truth, but it's really just a broken record of old thoughts. This negativity becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy as you start acting in ways that confirm the doubts you have about yourself. The way out is to separate yourself from the voice. Personify your inner critic. Give it a goofy name like Gremlin Gary. When Gary starts his nonsense, you can literally say, "Not today, Gary. I've got things to do." This creates distance and reminds you that you are not your thoughts. Section 4. The endless cycle of social comparison. Number 4 is an absolute joy killer. Constantly comparing your life to everyone else's, especially on social media. You're having a perfectly good day, then you open Instagram. Someone from college just announced a huge promotion. A friend is on a dreamy vacation, and suddenly your own life feels bland and inadequate. You fall into a spiral of envy, questioning all of your life choices. The psychology behind this is called social comparison theory, which basically says we figure out our own worth by seeing how we stack up against others. Social media has turned this natural human tendency into a weapon of mass anxiety. We're comparing our messy, behind-the-scenes reality to everyone else's curated highlight reel, a game you are guaranteed to lose every single time. The solution is a two-part punch. First, do a digital detox. Unfollow any account that consistently makes you feel bad about yourself. Second, and more importantly, start a brag file for yourself. Every time you achieve something, no matter how small, write it down. When you feel that urge to compare, go read your own list of wins. It'll ground you in your progress on your path. Section 5. Seeking external validation. The fifth way we sabotage ourselves is by constantly needing other people's approval. Before you make a decision, you have to poll 10 of your friends. You find yourself changing your opinions to fit in with the group. You're terrified of saying no because you can't stand the thought of someone being disappointed in you. Your self-worth feels like it's in everyone else's hands. This comes from a core belief that you aren't inherently valuable on your own. You've essentially outsourced your sense of self to the opinions of others. This is so dangerous because it means anyone, at any time, can take away your power just by withholding their approval. The way to fix this is to start small. Make tiny decisions without asking for anyone's opinion. Decide what movie to watch or what to eat for dinner, and just stick with it. It sounds simple, but you're practicing self-trust. You're rebuilding the connection to your own inner compass and learning that you actually do know what's best for you. Section 6. A failure to set boundaries. Number 6 is being a yes person and having absolutely no boundaries. Your plate is already overflowing, but when a coworker asks you to help with their project, you sigh and say yes. A family member makes an unreasonable demand on your time, and again, you say yes. You agree to things you absolutely do not want to do, all out of guilt or obligation, and it leaves you feeling drained, resentful, and completely overworked. The hidden fear here is the fear of rejection or being seen as selfish. A lot of us were taught as kids that being good means being agreeable and putting others first. As adults, we continue this pattern, believing that setting a boundary will lead to conflict or make someone dislike us. The solution is to have a simple, polite no script ready. You don't need a 5-minute excuse. A simple, "I really appreciate you asking, but I can't commit to that right now," is all you need. Remember this: setting a boundary isn't a rejection of the other person, it's an act of respect for yourself. As you can see, self-sabotage is almost never about actually wanting to fail. It's a messy, unconscious pattern driven by fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of success, fear of the unknown. These habits are just misguided attempts to protect ourselves from feeling pain. But awareness is the first, most powerful step to taking back control. Just by watching this and seeing these habits for what they are, you've already started to reclaim your power. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. So don't get overwhelmed. Just pick one habit that really hit home for you and focus on its solution this week. Small, consistent actions are what create real, lasting change. You have the power to stop being your own worst enemy and start becoming your own biggest champion. Which of these 6 habits did you see in yourself? Drop it in the comments below. Sharing your experience helps you, and it helps other people realize they're not alone in this. Learning to spot these patterns is a critical skill for personal growth.